the horizon will be in input. So let's find the input. Here we have input here, and then I will expand this one. Okay. Yeah, we have like this one. Maybe I will delete this first. Okay. Delete content. And also delete this one. Yeah. Yeah. This is the mistake that we need to be careful. Okay. All right. Let's start again. Because here what we need is input. We need to get the input from this input tab. All right. But first I will change it. The name will be top horizon and base horizon. Okay. The horizon again will be taken from the skeleton. So we go to the model, the skeleton, right click, convert to surface. All right. Now you can see we have top, mid, and base, as the skeletons that now they turn to be input. Okay. So for the first step, I select this one. Okay, I select the top, get surface, lines, or points from selected item. Okay, so now the top horizon is based on the top skeleton. And for the base horizon, this one will be from base. Okay, base. I selected it and then there. All right, so far so good. Okay. So from here, we go to apply. Okay. Now you see. You can see the horizon, right? Now you can distinguish between the skeleton and the horizon. The two horizons that we have are colored by red color here. Okay. The top horizon and the bottom or the base horizon. Whereas here we have the skeleton. Okay. All right. So far so good. So we have skeleton and we have the horizon. Okay. And because now we already have horizon, it means that we have that horizon in our model. So if you go back to the models here, you can expand the horizons. You can see top and base horizon. Okay, you have skeleton, you have horizons. If you insert the fault, later on you will have your fault in this new model. Okay, now we will create some layers. If we want to create some things, then we need to go to processes. Okay, go to processes and okay, minimize the corner point gridding, but we will still use corner point gridding. Find layering. Okay, layering. Previously we make horizons. Now we make layering. Double click. All right. Layering with new model, or in this case, 3D grid. And you can see top to base, the name, calculate, yes. Now the zone divisions. If you open the drop-down menu, you can find proportional, follow base, follow top, follow surface, or fractions. In this case, we will start simple, proportional. So by proportional, it means that the layers will be divided with the same thickness. Okay, same thickness. And If I have number of layers 1, then of course I only have one layer. If I have 2, then I have 50% of the total thickness and 50% of the total thickness. If I have 3, then 100% of the thickness will be divided by 3. If I have 4 layers, it will be divided by 4, etc. Okay, let's say I want to create 10 layers, number of layers 10, like this, and we can maintain anything else, the others, as per default. Okay, so we have 10 layers, click apply, click OK. Okay, and then we go to property modeling, still in processes, property modeling, open, expand it, geometrical modeling, double click. All right, and you can see for the method in settings, constant value or absolute contact, cell angle, cell height, cell width. For this simple example, we will go to absolute or relative depth. Hopefully we can discuss about the other thing later on. But again, we are in geometrical modeling. It means that everything here we have to model to model the geometry of our model. Okay. And we select absolute or relative depth. Okay. We select negative depth. It means that with negative, it means that as we go down, it will be deeper and deeper, higher and higher in number, but negative. Okay. And then for this one is absolute, and the coordinate will be real coordinates. Hopefully we can discuss about Simbox coordinates later. Okay, and then for the property template, of course, absolute or relative depth, it's all about elevation. Okay. Okay, click apply and click OK. Of course, now we have something in our model. Okay, and then if we go to the, wait a minute, properties, we expand it. We have elevation general. Okay, yeah, like this one. Now you can see the layers of our model, but they are in same color. Okay, you can see. If I right click at this model, now you can see here, show or hide grid lines. Okay, now we still not very, yeah, it's still blunt like this. I want to show the grid lines, right click, show, hide grid lines. All right. Okay. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 layers with the same or proportional thickness. Okay. This is our static model, and the model shows the grids. Okay. And I think we can call it a day. Hopefully you can start to understand, you can start to learn about Petrel. Now we are still in static modeling process. Hopefully later on, we will go and discuss dynamic modeling. All right, so thank you and see you again.